Good evening, welcome once again to Face the Press. And in this edition, we are going to feature a very prominent person in the society. As a matter of fact, he's a politician, and I consider him a big fish because I know a lot of you do not know him until recently, but he has been working underground politically in the country. Welcome to Face the Press, the national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Dr. Victor Oye. Sir, you're welcome to Face the Press.
Thank you very much.
And with me to interview him are my friends and colleagues. On my immediate left is Chuksi Lozwe of the Independent newspaper.
Good evening and welcome.
And next to him is Jude Atupolazi of Fides. All right, Chairman, you are the new national chairman of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. Before now, a lot of people didn't know who you are, but when you made your speech at the convention, we came to realize that you have been playing politics underground for quite a very long time, since the 1980s, in the days of the NPP. May we know who you are?
I think you're right in describing me as a new face in Anambra politics, but I'm not actually new. I've been in this business since 1981. All the political parties that were formed at the national level since 1981, 1978, I've been a part of all of them. He used the appropriate word. He said underground. I think I've been working behind the scene, complementing the efforts of the active public players politically. I'm not new to politics, and I've achieved so much in politics for those who know. In the 80s, during the NPP days, I was very, very active politically, and also very, very active in the media. Though I was using some pseudonyms, to do the job. Like in the Daily Star, those who were in Daily Star will know me very, very well. People like Chika Nwatuegu, Ben Obiatuegu, Vincent Ezenwa, Sidi Agomba, Vincent Ezenwa, and Mike Iwondo, who was the general manager then. And we're interfacing with the Anambra Broadcasting Service, NTA Channel 8 Enugu, and then by 83 we established Anambra Television Channel 54. So I've been a part of all that until the SDP era. After that experience, there was military interregnum that lasted the Babangida era when they formed the SDP and the NRC. We were in SDP and worked very, very assiduously to reposition SDP. Then when the system couldn't work, we started another political experiment under APGA, the five leprous fingers, you will remember, and we formed the UNC. From UNC we merged with UMP to form UNCP with Bodola Jumoke, Empire Kano and Co. So it's been a very long journey down to the time Abacha died. So we started a new political experiment, the new era, that merged with 33 other political splinter groups to form the PDP. So I've been all the way active politically, building actors in the system and supporting them with intelligentsia. And today, it has pleased God to place us at the helm of affairs of APGA, where we hope to leverage on our long experience, our dexterity, to see what we can do for APGA. I must tell you that APGA is in a new dawn, and we're not kidding about it. What we did in Abia State shows that we can do more for our political party, our APGA. In Abia State, we won the governorship elections very clearly. But along the line, something happened and the mandate was stolen. But I know God in His infinite mercy will restore that which has been stolen. Everything happens as the Lord has willed it. There is time for everything under the sun. I think what is happening is divine. The journey we have embarked upon in APGA is a divine journey. And we are committed irreversibly to this effort to rebuild APGA. And we're working concertedly as a team to bring in innovations into the party that will drive the soul of the party, to move it from its geopolitical position into a truly national political movement. We are not building a political party. We are building a mass political movement that will carry everybody along, irrespective of your religious, cultural, or ethnic differences. So we are ready for the battle. And I think one greatest attribute we have is that we have God. We are close to God, and we take God in anything we do. Because without God, there is nothing you can do. said, with me, you can do all things. We are very confident in what we are doing. We are focused, and we are also motivated by what the governor of Anambra State is doing, Chief Willie Obiano, who has single-handed transformed Anambra State. You can see the level of development that is going on. So we're leveraging on that, because what we're doing is we're going to launch Anambra State into the national political space as a model for other states that we're going to control very, very soon. So that is why we're interested in what is happening in our state, and we are very lucky that the governor we have is working conscientiously to see what could be done to make Anambra State #1 state in Nigeria.
Yeah, but sir, you've spoken so eloquently and so optimistically about the All Progressive Grand Alliance, which you are the national chairman now. And you told us how you played prominent roles in the formation of political parties since 1979. But it would appear that you are a newcomer to the APGA, if one makes a deduction from what you have just said.
I said I came strongly into APGA in 2012.
Okay.
That was what I said. I'm not new to APGA. When APGA was formed, we were the first set of people that created the awareness about APGA in 2002. And at that time, it was not as popular as it is today. It had just been born. So we tried to conscientize our people about the formidability of this political movement. And by the time the years rolled by, people started accepting APGA as truly the party of their choice. That's what I told them about what happened in Abia State, where we played a prominent role to ensure that Alex Oti became the governor. We worked our hearts out, and we faced a very formidable opponent in the governor of Abia State then, and the PDP generally. And because we were focused and we had the masses behind us, we were able to achieve the feat we achieved. It was not a tea party. It was a very big fight. And by the time we finished the fight, the difference was clear that APGA was in control. If you look at the State House of Assembly, despite all the intrigues, all the things that happened, we still had as many as 11 members, PDP 11, APGA 11, with one outstanding seat. So I think we have done very, very well. And we are sure of winning the governorship election position at the tribunal. When we win that, you will now hear the story. We're not new in what we're doing. The advantage we have is that I'm coming with a very wide experience that cuts across geopolitical zones in this country. I have my friends in the north. I schooled, part of my education was in the north. I do my business in Lagos. I have a house in Lagos where I live and do my business. I worked in Abia State. I come from Anambra State. I worked in the old Anambra State. During the time of Jim Obodo, we were working the entire old Agwata local government, traversing all the way from Umunze to Ajali to Ndiowundi, Kele, Onwoboji, down to Agwata, Achena, One. We're everywhere. I'm not a new person in Anambra politics. In fact, I have more friends here than any other place. And what is important is harnessing all these things to work for APGA. That's what I'm ready to do. And I want to assure you that in the next 1 year, you will not recognize APGA again.
Okay. Jude?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You have told us how you are working very hard to reposition APGA and make it a truly national party. After your election, there was a grumbling in some quarters that Anambra State is monopolizing APGA because the immediate past chairman is from Anambra State and you're from Anambra State. And they believe that if APGA were to truly grow, the horizon should be expanded so that the leadership at least should come from some other eastern state, if not from outside the east. So how can you juxtapose your vision of making it a national party and the fact that Anambra has been lording it over both the other states?
Yeah, your question is apt, but I want to disagree with you. We don't lord it over anybody. This is political party, politics. It's not pandering to undue emotionalism. In politics, if you bring emotions, you cannot make any headway. That's why we look at realities. I take you to what that American presidential historian says. If you want to be categorized as a very successful leader, you must have 5 basic elements, characteristics. The first one is vision. You must have vision. Where do you want to get to? How do you want to get to that place? It's very, very important. If you don't have vision, you cannot get to your destination. The vision is the roadmap to get into your destination. And getting to your destination, you need to overcome some obstacles. Some of these obstacles include what you just said, grumbling. Definitely people will grumble. Once what you are doing is right and you are focused, you don't mind what people say. That's why we say in Latin, decant. You don't care what people say. You look forward and look at your destination. The second one is team playing. You must be a team player. APGA is a party that gives everybody the platform on which to exercise your talents. We do not inhibit anybody's aspirations. Okay? Now, if you come to what happened in the elections, we zoned the offices. The offices were clearly duly zoned. It was just by accident that they came back to Anambra for the chairmanship. Next time, it will move to another place, according to our zoning formula. Now, the third one is charisma. If you want to be a truly good leader, you must have charisma. It doesn't matter where you come from, or how you are dressed, or the cars you ride in. But your ability to run the party, gives the party direction, carry the people along, you know. Don't mind who is leading. What you want from the leader is you need the competency. That's what you need from the leader. What we're doing here is that our people are pandering to ethnic hegemony. Nobody is talking about qualification, about integrity. You cannot hand over the party to somebody just to fulfill ethnic balance. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we are also people who believe in what God can do for us. God has been leading this party, and God will continue to lead this party. God has chosen me. It was God that chose me as the leader of the party, not ethnic balance. And since God has chosen me to lead this party at this critical time, we have the confidence that we will succeed. Then the next one is credibility. An honest person may not necessarily be credible. You can tell an honest man, please keep these eyeglasses for me, and don't tell anybody that I gave it to you. Because he's an honest man, he would like to keep the secret. Can tell somebody else that someone gave me the glasses to keep for him. It's no longer a credible person. A credible person is a manager of trust. Somebody who can manage trust. Somebody who you can trust. We went through a very grueling process of screening to come to my choice as the national chairman. And my emergence was seamless. No crisis. It was a unanimous decision, and you witnessed it. And that is the spirit of the new APGA. We no longer want to expose our party to unnecessary buffeting from every nook and cranny. We want the party to be well structured with vision. Okay? And that's what we've done. Then the last one is pragmatism. In APGA, we do things that are pragmatic. And pragmatism is a combination of realism and idealism. Now, somebody who is idealistic may not be realistic. Politicians will tell you, once I win the election, I'm going to build roads in every nook and cranny of the state. That is an ideal situation. It may not be realistic. You may not have the resources to accomplish that. You may not have the time to accomplish that. So every politician should be realistic and also idealistic at the same time. And that's why we say politicians should be pragmatic. That's what we are doing in APGA. So my position and the positions of the new elected officers are not in contention at all. Those who are kicking is normal, it's human. Not everybody will like you, not everybody will support you. Some people are naturally there to obstruct the actualization of people's vision. You know what I'm talking about. And in APGA, we will not be discouraged by such situations. We will always carry everybody along, create level playing field for everybody. It is only in APGA you have, through democracy, what we call the one-way house mechanism that give everybody an opportunity to exercise his franchise, exercise his right. We do not foreclose the chances of anybody contesting for any position. It's always a free thing. And in APGA we have internal democracy. We allow everybody to be a part of what we're doing. And that is why we de-emphasize certain material things. We concentrate on one, people's integrity, their character, their competencies, their eagerness to contest for the office, and their ability to manage trust. These are the things we consider. So we build a very strong political family that nothing from outside can touch, can disintegrate. That's the kind of political party we want to build.
I thought that democracy involves the casting of votes.
I said here that in APGA we have internal mechanism for ensuring that everybody had the opportunity to exercise his rights. that are emerged unanimously tells you how fluid the system is. That's what it's telling you. Okay, look at what happened in APC at the National Assembly. It's not what happened. The House can no longer hold. If they had agreed inside, they wouldn't have watched the dirty dealings in the public. You know what APGA is doing now? APGA is setting a template for how political parties should be managed. And many people have been calling me on the success of our elections. They say this model is the best. It eschews, it removes rancor, acrimony, and unnecessary bickering. And you know what kills a political party is belligerency among the members. When they form loyalty blocks here and there and begin to mount pressure at the center. Once the center disintegrates, nothing again can hold. So in APGA, we have internal democracy. We have, and everything we did was democratic.
Because you zoned out the offices.
Offices were zoned out.
Well, I think for now, all that the national chairman is telling us is theories. Until he gets into the office proper and begins to work, we know whether he'll be able to realize all this theorizing that he's doing. But let me tell the national chairman that before now, there has been pockets of crisis in APGA, just like other political parties. And I can also tell you that there are a number of people that used to be in APGA that are no longer there because of disenchantment and the way things worked out. Some accused some officers of not carrying members along properly. So I want to hear the step you have taken to bring those people that for now are just looking from the sides to see what is going on. I want to see what we are doing to bring them together so that you can form this formidable party you are talking about.
Yeah, I'm theorizing about. That's what he said. Because I'm sure.
You need to practicalize.
Yeah, no, he said, you know, that's the theory. He's not talking now. You know, that's what we're saying. You know, you see, what is happening in APGA, I like the question, and I like people who are sincere. But I think he used the wrong word when he said theorizing, because I'm not theorizing. I would have gone as far as telling you what I plan to do with those people who are genuinely aggrieved. But it would have amounted to answering all the questions in one fell swoop. I knew you were going to ask that question, so I didn't want to talk. Because if I had done that, you wouldn't have had any questions to ask him. So I give you that opportunity. Now, I want to tell you, my brothers, you see, immediately I was elected the national chairman, I started receiving calls, and most of these calls came from those who were genuinely aggrieved. You know, it's not everybody that's genuinely, I always want to define it, genuinely aggrieved. They have been calling me, almost all of them, they have called me, indicating interest to work with us. I've been so happy because before we came in, it was the same pessimism that some people expressed, that many rebels in the party who are disenchanted, they will pull down the party. It's not possible. We have the vision, a part of our vision to reconcile all those people who are genuinely aggrieved. Remember, we are talking about a new movement. The past belongs to the past. We are looking forward, you know, we are looking forward, following the divine vision God has given us to build a new APGA, to build a new political movement that will espouse what things like social freedom, internal democracy, equity and justice, fair play. That's what we plan to do. And in APGA, I want to tell you that part of our immediate objective is to reach out to all those people. We're going to give them what we call a window of opportunity. Because we are like the good shepherd. If one of our sheep is lost, we go looking for it. Leave the rest, we go looking for it. The way our Lord Jesus Christ typified. That's what we plan to do. And I'm not happy when I hear that a member of APGA is outside the fold. It doesn't give me joy. And it doesn't give the governor joy either. If you come very close to him, you will see that he's a very human person. And he was even the first to talk about reconciling with those people. The first man to say, we're going to reconcile with all those who are genuinely aggrieved. And he has done so much between the time the crisis started and now. And this crisis, people talk about crisis in APGA, but I've not seen any crisis really. These crises are imaginary crises. I can tell you that. They do not exist inside the party. People who sit at the periphery and throwing stones at us, those people, it doesn't mean that there's crisis in the party. If there's crisis in the party, you have to be a part of that crisis. Be a part of the management of the crisis. Not when you are outside the fold. You are not an APGA member. you're throwing stones at APGA. How can we call that crisis? Because the stones don't get to us. It does not affect the organization of the party. So what we want to do is to build a bigger APGA. And building a bigger APGA means accommodating all those people who are genuinely aggrieved, one way or another. That's what we plan to do.
Can you please identify one or two of those you regard as genuinely aggrieved APGA members that you are making overtures to subpedal?
No, I said they've been calling me.
They have been calling you?
Not making overtures. We've not started making overtures. We plan to. I'm going to hold my first National Working Committee meeting where we're going to look at a number of things. When we finish the package, we'll now reach out to those people. It is a package that will bring all of them together at a go. That's what I plan to do. Not taking them piecemeal.
A follow-up on that. If I am to go to you, say, when we lose one ship, we'll go looking for it. And we all know that you lost a very big ship in the person of the immediate former governor of Anambra State, Idobi. And one would have expected that any reconciliatory plans should involve attempts to get him back. Or if he's not got back, at least to strike a kind of relationship that will see him kind of roving ambassador for the state, so that wherever he is, he will still be cooperating and reaping the results of his goodwill.
When you talk about reaping results of goodwill from APGA, I think he has reaped so much. He ran for governor on the platform of APGA and had a successful 8-year tenure. Have you forgotten? 8 years.
Well, I think what Judy is saying
I'm coming.
Right.
Just hang on. I answer the question. I know I got your question, so this is a build up. Now, after 8 years, remember, he completed his tenure after 8 years. He was the DOT chairman. Along the line, in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he chose to leave the party. He joined PDP. Nobody chased him out. Was he sacked? Was he suspended from the party or dismissed? He was not. He acted out of his own volition. And no human being had the right at that time to stop him from jumping ship. So his case is different from those who want to reconcile. He's talking about those who are still in APGA. Are you getting me? They no longer contribute at 10 meetings of APGA because they have some grievances. Those people, that's why I say genuinely aggrieved. Those people are different from P2P. He decided to pitch his tent with PDP. That was his choice. The Constitution guarantees freedom of association. And he only exercised his constitutional rights by joining PDP. That's it.
But there are aggrieved members of the party that still claim that they are members of your party, but they are in court against the mainstream APGA, like Max Okechukwu and co.
The party is well built and well structured. Let me tell you something. If you are with God and you are just and fair, you will always surmount any obstacle that comes your way. That's the truth I'm telling you. PDP, the behemoth, where is it? It's almost gone. APGA is not as big as PDP in terms of the state they control. But PDP is disadvantaged today because it's not an opposition party, just as we are. There's no difference between PDP and APGA in terms of status. We're all opposition. They mismanaged the opportunities they had to build a very strong political party. They were building castles in the air, telling us it was the largest political movement in Nigeria, in Africa. That was over-erogation. Now, in APGA, those who went to court, it is also part of their rights. The Constitution guarantees that they exercise civil liberty. So they went to court, it's their rights. The issue is that APGA has won 44, because we just had a recent one. APGA has won 44 cases in court. All the litigations against APGA have been won. APGA has never lost one. What does that tell you? It tells you that most of the litigations were frivolous. They had no basis in law. So it's not that somebody went to court didn't mean he had any prima facie case. No. APGA is strong, and we appeal to all those who have gone to court and lost to come back to the fold. We accommodate them. Our doors are wide open. And if you understand the attitude of the present governor of Anambra State, you see that he's a man that has a large heart. The people stay somewhere and they're imagining things. Come closer and see the truth. It's only the truth that can set such people free. Fighting APGA will not help us. We need to work as a team. This is the only party we have, as far as I'm concerned, that is genuinely interested in the interest of our people, interest of Nigerians, to liberate them from the shackles of poverty, neo-imperialism, and unnecessary squabbling. It's only APGA that can do that. No other political party can do that. And I'm very, very certain of what I'm saying. You will see very soon in the next, that's why I've been telling you, I say 1 year, 12 months. Hold me by my word. In the next 12 months, all opposition to APGA will collapse.
In the state or national?
Everywhere. Because we are going to, you see, by the time we start, we have a 5-point agenda which will be presented to the National Working Committee. You know, I'm a Democrat. I like things to be done procedurally, not a lone ranger. After all, one swallow does not make a summer. I present it to my members, we agree, then I will launch. You see, this is the truth. When I launch, you will see what is going to happen. You know, all these people who are angry today, I'll bring them here, you will see what they will say.
We'll be dead.
As we speak now, there is a raging crisis at the national level of Nigerian politics, I mean the National Assembly, where what most people did not expect happened. How is your party going to leverage on the crisis within the PDP and within and between the PDP and the APC?
Yes.
To reposition itself?
Yes. Let me tell you, I like the word my brother used because I'm going to hold him to that later. He said we theorize. We don't theorize, we are practical. In APGA, I told people, even before I was elected, because I didn't know I was going to emerge as the chairman of the party, national chairman of the party, I told people that APGA is positioned to emerge as a national party, truly national party. Well, we're already a national party, but truly national party. And I told them that PDP, there was going to be an implosion in PDP. When PDP lost the elections, I predicted it before it happened. I predicted the loss of Jonathan before it happened. Because the journey in which we are is a defined journey. Now, what happened at the National Assembly, I saw it coming. And God told me that that is one victory He has given APGA. Now, we are going to inherit all the goodies that will come from what happened at the National Assembly. Many people are already indicating interest in us as a political party. I was in Abuja for 5 days and I received many people who have indicated interest to jump ship. But that's what I'm telling you, that by the time we approve our agenda, we will have a big bang. You will see what is going to happen. What happened in the National Assembly was good for democracy. I'm happy that it happened. And God made it so that people will understand that God is in control of the affairs of men. People arrogate certain things to themselves, forgetting that God is the controller of the universe. So we are going to work at the national level with similar like minds to see how we can leverage on what happened at the National Assembly. Because for now, PDP is in trouble, APC is in trouble. So what do we do now? APGA is the truly progressive party we have in Nigeria, the only truly progressive party. What we're going to do is that we're going to open our hands wide open to bring them into our party.
Thank you, National Chairman of Progressive Grand Alliance, Dr. Victor Ike Oye. It's been an interesting interview, and I can assure you that our door is always open for you to come and participate in this program. But because we do not have all the time in the world, we are drawing the curtain on this edition of Face the Press. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you, and please, God bless you. I thank you for your time.
I also give my thanks to my friends, Jude Atupolaze.
Thank you.
And Chuksi Lozwe.
Thank you, National Chairman.
Once I say thank you, and remain blessed. Bye-bye.